United States is Sebastian.
Ah.
All right.
Do you need to be shot, Sebastian?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the last couple of years, there's been a rebirth of fairy tales in the big screen and the small screen, like Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, Once Upon a Time, the TV show. So what do you think is that?
I think they're classic stories that people remember from that childhood and love and want to see adapted, and particularly with this one anyway, the way that visual effects have developed over the last few years to be able to make the giants believable and real characters made a huge difference. And I know that Brian spent a long time working on this film for quite a few years now, making sure that he could get the performances and realistic effects that he wanted out of the landscapes and those characters.
Mm-hmm. Your character was not an original fairy tale because it's not about a princess. So what's the pitch Brian gave it to you?
Well, I mean, I love the new modern take, the twist on the story, and that you have this princess and this kind of... But she's not a conventional princess. She's not a damsel in distress. She's not waiting in a tower for someone to rescue her. She's feisty, and she doesn't want to just kind of exist. She wants to, you know, prove herself as a woman and prove herself that she has a right to be on the throne, I think, if that is what she must do. And she just feels very trapped by it. So I remember talking to Brian before we started shooting about, you know, how we wanted to portray the character. And I looked to people like Sigourney Weaver, who's a very strong, powerful woman, and took inspiration from actresses like her and her roles. So.
Mm-hmm. What about Brian's speech to you about character Jack, this modern take on Jack?
He wanted Jack just to be, you know, an everyday guy where he wasn't a hero in any way, but he was someone that, you know, was morally good and sound and was a bit of a dreamer and a have-a-go hero. And luckily on this story, it works out pretty well for him.
Brian is a very good director, and he also very classic in terms of style. How is to you being directed as a very personal guy like him?
It was fantastic. You know, he's done very varied films, from Usual Suspect and Apt Pupil to the X-Men movies and Valkyrie and stuff. So it was great to be, you know, this was a new experience for him, working with motion capture and 3D and everything. And it was great to be there, experiencing that with him. And also, he's just a great storyteller. He understands how to craft films and is very intelligent about his sources and what films he wants to relate to and emulate. So it was very easy to work for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's so passionate, and anyone that has that passion is immediately inspiring to work with. So you're naturally drawn to him, and you naturally trust him and his decisions.
Did you get to play against Bill Nighy?
We were there doing a bit of the motion capture with Bill Nighy, but I mean, it was strange in the sense that because he had to be in the giant scale, he would be performing on one side of the room and we'd be kind of sneaking around doing miniature kind of acting on the other side of the room. So it wasn't direct performing with him. But to see his performance transformed onto the character, the giant character, is fantastic to watch, and it really captures what Bill was doing on the day, I think.
Yeah, it's amazing, it really is. And it's fantastic that you've got the technology to do that now, which is why these fairy tales are so popular, because they can grow and grow with time, with, you know, the different effects that they can bring to them now, so...
Okay, guys, good luck with the movie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Thanks very much. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.